Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luba.
My name is Striker, and our channel, if this is the first time that you have come across us, is about dating in Ukraine and now Belarus, and it's about helping you guys understand what really is going on out there and being able to sort through some of the bullshit. Okay, now I've done a lot of videos in the past about scammers. Now that's because there is a lot of scamming that goes on, and I say a lot, but really it's not a lot. And to be honest, we hate talking about the scamming side of things, but you have to be aware of it. We wrote our course, the Heart Rocket Dating Course, and there is a section in there about all the scams, the scammers playbooks and all the playbook, so you guys can understand it. And once you understand it, you'll never come into contact with it. It's very easy to avoid. They do all the same stuff. It's you just need to know what there is to do. But one of the things that that we see a lot in the comments, isn't it, on this channel, on other channels, is that there'll be some guy that says, I went to Ukraine and I got scammed. Ukrainian women are just out for money, they're just scammers, or all Ukrainian women are just scammers. And we thought we would address this topic for you guys out there. Okay, so question one, are all Ukrainian women scammers?
No.
It doesn't make sense. The numbers don't add up.
Yeah, because I think that the guys who are saying that, the guys who are messaging us that and who are saying that is the guys who actually went on a wrong, like very, very wrong path. They got into that, and there's something more to the story. When the guy is messaging us and say, oh, you know, I hate Ukraine, he just wanted to let us know. I hate Ukraine, like all Ukrainian ladies are scammers, this and that. Like, we don't know his story. We don't know what happened. We don't know where actually he's been, which date agencies and which ladies he was pursuing. So to say that, it's the same as that, I don't know, that say that, you know, sky is always gray.
I think something that has to be pointed out here is that quite often you'll see you know, on these sort of channels in our sort of the dating industry, they'll say, yes, there are scammers, but there are scammers everywhere. So I think it's fair to say that I've traveled to many countries, maybe, I don't know, probably close to 40, I suppose, isn't it, 30, something like that. And I've never come across dating scammers anywhere in the whole world except for in Ukraine, okay? And I think it's fair to say that the scammers have been born out of this industry because of the industry itself, because of these big Goliath sites that have no control on what's actually going on with the smaller agencies underneath them, and then they work with the restaurants give them kickbacks, and the scammers multiply and they multiply, right? And I think it's also fair to say that there wouldn't be scammers if there wasn't a need for scammers. So if every guy out there instantly, just like that, knew how to spot the scammers and what the playbook was, or knew what was in our course, the scammers would dissipate pretty fast, right? Because there's no money in it. You know, we know scammers that have quit good jobs, dental nurses and things, or dental assistants, whatever you call them, to become scammers because guys just keep falling for the scams. But I can tell you, like, I've lived in Ukraine for the most part for over a year now. I've never, and all the people that I have met, all the women that I have met, not once have I ever met a scammer. Yes, I've seen them on dating apps and things like that.
But the real ones, yeah, like my friends, like when you meet like somebody with whom like I work, like they're all normal people.
I couldn't even imagine them scamming. They all have decent jobs. They're just normal women that you would meet anywhere around the world. The reason that you think that every woman is a scammer is because you're walking straight into them. They know where you're going to be. We did a video called Get Off the Beaten Path, talking about how all guys just go down the same path and the scammers just wait at the end and you walk directly into them. It's like they know your playbook. You know, you don't know theirs. If you understand their one, you're not going to get scammed by them. And when you understand it, you look back and you think, how ridiculous was it? I think, like, how ridiculous was it for me to not sort of click onto a few things after all the traveling experience and everything that I've got in life.
And the guys keep thinking, like, when they do a call with us, they think that actually no, like it's somebody else. It's like they still like they think it's okay. I have a call with one guy who was telling me, and he said, but Luba, she didn't scam me a lot. I said, but even like $1 hryvnia, like $1 spent on this lady, it's a waste. Like you better give it to the orphanage or like to the homeless people, because it's a waste.
Yeah, it's not the amount. A lot of guys say that, don't they?
Yeah, and they try to justify that, you know, I just spent $100. It's not a big deal. But this is what make this, like what build the community of the scammers. And you know, my first social was like 11 years ago, and I kind of like have my theory how it happened. And it's like I've seen how the scam actually was built up,
Evolved.
and evolved. And to be honest, like unfortunately, the guys played a huge role in that. So
Yes.
at the beginning, ladies didn't expect that it will work, and like when the younger ladies start jumping on these older guys, and the older guy who was coming to Ukraine to find legit lady, he was thinking, "Fuck that 40 years old lady, I will be with this 20 because look how hot she is, and she think that I'm hot as well." So that's all. In one day, the industry changed, and this girl who was dancing around these guys, and the guy was like staying there, like, "Yeah, I understand that for the guys, it's
Yeah.
like it's exactly how he wants to feel." But you need to understand: are you want to feel it like for these 3 days that you're in Ukraine, for this week, or you actually willing to find? So. Not all of the women are scammers, and
That's
Striker is very right that the normal people around, like the normal woman and men, it's the same as everywhere. There's gonna be good people and bad, and also the same. And how many stories? And we're gonna do the videos like about type of scammers, so we actually define them in a different categories and names. How many scammers actually got married with guys that we would never even believe that this kind of guy can be liked by her. I would put it this way. So
yeah, it's to say that all the and plus it doesn't make any sense. It's like, where are they learning to be scammers at school, or are they just born into scamming? Yes, there is a lot of corruption that flows down, I suppose, into people in all countries that that have corruption and that sort of thing through it. But fundamentally, people don't go, right, I'm going to be a scammer. It's like, I mean, you could easily say the same thing about like Nigeria. All Nigerians are scammers. Like millions and millions of people are scammers. Like, come on. It's just that they rise to the top, and you only hear the stories because guys get scammed. They go on YouTube, or they write in forums, or they make stories on 60 Minutes, or they write, whatever and because it's kind of it's interesting to learn about scammers, but it's not actually the women that are scamming. It's the dating industry itself that has created these scammers, and they can entice guys to come over and say, "Don't worry about it, we got you, we'll look after you." Then they just go straight into this where the scammers are. The scammers are not stupid, and they're lazy. Well, they're not lazy; they're creative.
But also,
they're
like, they think,
sorry.
why not to do it? Like, I used to work with a guy, and it was a letter writing website, so they just asked me to come as an interpreter. I was shocked, guys. I was so embarrassed. This girl has no shame. Like, they went shopping. He offered that. And he started buying. She can't stop. She bought she bought the full wardrobe for her mother and her nephew. So it was like, and I was looking. So he totally spent like $5,000 in 2 days, and even in 2 days, he was not mine to go again. And I was looking, and I was telling him. I even said to him, like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" But for small kids, like this girl was like so disrespecting him. Like, she was not looking at the price tag. She was just like going and just buying everything just to get something. She was so lucky that day. And the guy was like, for this little bit of a kiss, for this, I mean, not even kiss, like hug, or like her leaning on his, like he was willing to do that. If it's something that you're looking for, of course, go for it. And then, but the worst part is that even I told him everything, he was like, he now think that all Ukrainian ladies are scammers. Is it fair? No, it's not fair.
It's totally not fair. Like, I mean, honestly, there are so many like legitimate ladies that.
If you want to know about legitimate ladies, contact us, and we will let you know what to do.
Yeah, but honestly, like, I'll finish on this. The scammers are there because the guys get scammed, and the worst one is like how Luba said before, when the guy says, "Oh yeah, I got scammed, but it was only $50." Okay, well, she's now going to continue scamming over and over and over again. So yeah, it's not, Ukraine is not full of scammers. The numbers just don't add up. They don't add up. What are you doing?
I need a piece of paper. I have an idea for another video.
Okay, so
we'll see you next time, guys.
That's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
And looking for more videos coming soon.